Grounding has been one of those buzzwords that I've heard over and over again in the last few years. If you're not a big visualization person, or if you're just looking for a quick way to get back into your body and kind of shut off the craziness that occurs within our mind, well then today I've got 6 different steps to help you come back into your body and respond rather than react. Now these 6 steps are just 6 steps that you may want to write down. It's not a bad thing to keep them in mind, but by no means is it one of those perfect practices. These are literally just some tips that you can stick in your back pocket for those moments whenever maybe the stress is a little higher than you would like, or you catch yourself wandering around in that doom cycle, or prepping or planning, or you're finding yourself in the past or in the future. These 6 steps will be great tools for you to come back into the present, to come back within yourself and be able to move forward in a more peaceful, soulful way. So number 1, breathing. Crazy. It's so interesting how obviously it's an automatic function. If we weren't breathing, then we wouldn't be here. Have you ever noticed your breath pattern? I invite you to take the time to pay attention. Is it short and sporadic little breaths? Or are you actually taking a deep inhale and letting it out? Now, even myself, I don't sit around just walking like a mouth breather. There's definitely a time and a place. Yet I have found in multiple instances within my life, whenever I start stressing or I feel that anxiety or my mind is going rampant, if I take a pause, take a good deep breath in, typically through your nose, and then focus on where you are feeling it, whether it's in your chest or if it's in your stomach, just taking your mind off of that initial spinning that's going on and allowing it to change gears. Come back within yourself. It really doesn't matter if you're in your gut or if you're in your chest. It's literally just taking that moment to take in that breath and redirect your focus for a moment. Number 2, become aware of what physical sensations you may have. Now, this is a little tough, especially if you're in the moment of some madness. But as you practice going forward, I have found that the more that I practice, the more that it's more natural for me to take that breath in, and then just automatically, that's my new automatic system, is to start scanning my physical form, my body, sensing out if there's any weird sensations anywhere. Typically, I breathe through my chest. It's until I'm in yoga or something that I really get that nice, deep gut breath. But within the chest, maybe take note. See is it tight? Is it warm? Do you feel a little vibration? Is there a heaviness? Is there pulsing? A lot of the time, I don't even feel anything. And maybe with more practice, I will become more aware. But just taking that time to come back to yourself and just feel different sensations. Honestly, I feel more in my back, which I feel like maybe that has to do with my workout yesterday. But taking those deep breaths in, my instant go-to zone is right in between my shoulder blades. And not that it really matters what that sensation is. The whole point of it is just to get your mind off of whatever is going sporadic up here and bringing it back into the now, into yourself. Which that brings me to number 3. Just drop the story. Just stay with the sensation. It really doesn't matter what the feeling is. I mean, unless you're having a heart attack or something, by all means, please take care of yourself. But if you're breathing and you come into this awareness of something that maybe you've never experienced before because you've never taken the time to examine the sensations, don't sweat. That's not the purpose of this. This purpose is, like I said, to get out of your mind and into your body. So when you do feel that sensation, take that as an invite to sit with it, even for just 10 seconds. This isn't a 30-minute process. This is literally just a couple minutes throughout the day when you feel yourself getting into a weird spin, it gives you that permission to allow yourself to pause and take that deep breath in and redirect your focus back to yourself, back into your system. What's crazy about this is whenever I first started paying attention to sensations and where the energy is in my body, the more that I've realized that, like, say you have a sharp pain or an air bubble. It's the air bubble. Periodically, I would have a weird sensation where it would feel like I had an air bubble underneath my rib or in my side. Well, if anything's serious, please get medical advice, because this is by no means medical advice. But just having that sensation, I found that taking those deep breaths in and just focusing on that area, I've had instances where I've allowed it to break up. Like that pressure has evaporated or dispersed throughout, and it's no longer that intense feeling, sensation. Again, this is not medical advice. So if you are in any discomfort as you're breathing for long extents of time, please get yourself taken care of. But in the everyday moments, especially whenever you're not used to becoming aware of your sensations, I invite you to let go of the worry of what it could be. What does this mean? What is the story behind this? What am I supposed to know because of this sensation? In true energy awareness, it's not about the explanation, it's just about the experience. Getting out of that crazy head spin and just allowing yourself to be in yourself. Grounding. So number 4, now that you feel the sensation or you don't feel the sensation, after giving it a few seconds, 10 or so, now is a good time to focus on where is the energy in your body? Where would you like your energy to be? Like I said, today I've been feeling it up in my shoulders and in between my shoulder blades. Sometimes I'll notice that my shoulders are up, crunched into my ears, especially when it's cold. But when I'm stressed, I notice that my shoulders come up. And so I can feel that sensation within the tightness. If you've been following along, I've been working on coming back to myself, bringing myself in and being aware within myself, being within my frame. And so with this practice, whenever I notice that sensation is built up pressure, especially up in my shoulders, and I want to feel it more in my root and my sacral and solar plexus, my bottom 3 chakras, one of the things I like to do is I like to become aware of it and then even place my hands more on my lower stomach to invite my own energy to move down to where I'd prefer it to be. Again, this is not a long process. This doesn't even have to be recognized by anyone around you. You don't have to speak any of this out loud. This can be all within yourself. If you want to speak it out loud, I have learned that the more that I speak things out and get out of my head, it allows that thought process to actually get out, to get me out of my head, so that I am letting go of that energy of the spiral and focusing on the task at hand. So with my example of realizing that I'm tense up in my shoulders and I'm wanting to bring it back into my lower chakras, taking that deep breath in, even bringing the shoulders up into the ears, letting out through my mouth, even making that sound, and dropping my shoulders with my hands on my lower stomach, just allowing that energy to move, takes so much pressure off of where it initially began, where that sensation initially began. Even just the movement of breathing and moving my shoulders up and dropping them. It's amazing how much movement your body, you store so much energy within your body in different places. And just that little bit of movement here and there makes such a big difference. So with that, I come into number 5. Use the body to anchor the attention. And that comes in with that movement. Any kind of movement of your body is going to bring you back home into your body. That's why you'll see people shake their hands, standing up, taking a couple sways. I like to do body twists. This is one of my favorite things in the morning. Rolling your shoulders or stretching. that wasn't a very good stretch, but stretching, just moving your body allows that energy to get unstuck. Our emotions are energy, and when we move, we allow that flow. This is where dancing is one of those great things to incorporate into your life, just to allow that movement to flow. Allow your body to relax and just let the energy move throughout and untangle the tight spots. It doesn't even completely have to be moving. Even making sounds, humming, singing, or that sigh from breathing in and then doing, they call it a dragon breath, doing that heavy sigh. It's moving the vocal cords. It's allowing that energy that's been within the middle of you to be released after you've just brought in fresh new air in to expand the lungs. It's a movement of the energy. Between just shaking it out, doing full body shakes, making a couple noises, this movement brings you back into your body, brings you back into the attention of sensations, if you will allow yourself. These movements and sounds actually bypass the thinking structure and move into your nervous system, allowing you to feel safe and present. And coming back full circle to number 6. This is just a practice. There's no perfect way to do this. These are just some great tips to hold on to have a peace of mind to reference to whenever things might get a little bit hectic within yourself or in your environment. With anything, the more you practice, the better you become. So I would invite you to become aware of this, maybe even set a timer to do this once or twice a day. Get into the habit. Bring this new routine in as a fresh start, as a new habit to create after you practice a few times will eventually become more natural, and you won't even have to think about it. You won't have to have that timer because you will automatically feel yourself getting into a weird, crazy, hectic space, and your natural occurrence would be to take that deep breath. And then quickly scan, find the sensation, let it go, just hold on to it, and then let go of the story. Let go of the meaning of why it's there, and then give yourself a little movement to shake it out, to move the energy around. Come back to yourself. Give yourself that little bit of me time, 30 seconds, a couple times a day, and see what kind of difference it can make. These steps will help you come back to your body and allow you to no longer just react from your thoughts, from what's happening up here. You're gonna be more present into your body so that you are able to respond. You're able to respond with the awareness. You'll be able to become aware of when things are not feeling right. You can start taking this a little bit further and noticing maybe a pattern, a repetition of what occurs whenever certain people are around, certain circumstances occur. And then you can kind of understand when that feeling comes back up, how maybe that's not the place that you want to be. All in all, it doesn't hurt to try, especially if you found yourself continuously going through a spiral of doom or have just been mentally exhausted and wanting a more peaceful frame of mind, wanting a way to relax and come back to yourself. So I invite you to try this out. Try this out for a week. Set your timer a couple times a day and maybe make mental note. When you write it out, then you can go back and you can look and you can see how everything relates to each other. This isn't for me, this would be for you. But I'd love to hear the experience. So feel free to save this video, subscribe, and come back and let me know how it goes. Until next time, bye.